Broadcasting from Babula, Kuwait. This is the Me and Larry reality video show. This is LTL. I want to do a segment called America Flag is Missing Two Colors. Okay, we see the American flag right here, laid across. Red, white, and blue. The red, each color has a significance. It was not considered a stars and stripes back in the 1970s, but it was a part of the seal, which the secretary at that time stated for these colors that red represent the hardiness and valor, which represent our military who fight for us and our freedom every day. Their hardiness and valor. The white signify for purity and innocence. It should. And the blue, which is the color of the chief, signify vigilance, perseverance, and justice. All that is true for the American flag and what we have fought to have freedom from, at that time, the Revolutionary War, about taxation without representation, why we had these taxes for. At that time, the Britain wanted us to pay for the taxes for tea. We didn't want to drink tea. We wasn't a tea lover. So we fought for our freedom, for taxes, to be erased. But now we pay for taxes so much that they don't want us to ask what are these taxes for? You see? And we just give in to it. So, the two colors that I want to put on this flag is yellow, that represent lack of love. Green, which represent greed. Let me explain about the yellow, the lack of love. Like the Black Eyed Peas in their song, Where is the Love? Where is the love for our soldier? Matter of fact, a perfect example is Lieutenant Commander Beatty Jr., who had to leave 2006. He managed, or he had two businesses of the subway. He needed to leave because he needed to deploy to Afghanistan. But instead, the greed, which was from the subway, and they are too yellow to own their own company or incorporated. They had to have Dr. Associate Incorporated in Dallas to help them out, to force Lieutenant Colonel Beatty Jr. to pay six-figure payments for eviction. And here he is, he needed to go. It was mandatory to fight for our freedom, our country out in Afghanistan. let's say, for the lack of love, people who supported Barack Obama and asked for change. You ask for change, but you don't want to follow through. Here he coming up with plans of like the Olympics. That could have been for an economic reason. It helps out and it will help pay off the deficit. But you refuse. Things happen, especially in Chicago. How the boy got killed and stumped down by 4 other boys. And you wanted sadness. You wanted failure. So the yellow showed up. The yellow really showed up when it comes to now healthcare reform. You're blaming Obama. He's coming up with ideals. And your government, which is your senators and your House of Representatives, want to beat him down, which caused Obama to really double talk about the healthcare reform. Of course, because when you got all the people out there with picket signs saying Martin Luther King is a dream and Obama is a nightmare, and they don't understand, he just presenting a plan to you. Just an idea, a thought, a plan. You refuse it right away without studying it, listening to the senators and the House of Representatives without even, you know that saying, without representation. Greed came up when companies, after the NAFTA got signed through the Bill Clinton administration, because the senators and House of Representatives wanted that and he signed it, companies and corporations left the country. And of course jobs left. A lot of people was out of work, started losing jobs, and homes was being lost, foreclosed, because they can't pay for it because they don't have their job. So there was a lot of hurt on that. Through that, corporations, I remember Michael Moore did the movie, the big one, about the Nike. Their CEO went out to somewhere else, China or India, and did his have his company out there doing the shoe. But we are too yellow not to not buy them, because we like the designs of it, but it's not American made. We don't stand up to our own. And it was greed of the other corporations that left the United States, and they don't have to pay for one thing, but the taxpayers had to pay for it. Where is that love? And then the United States want to invite China, Japan, and other countries to come in at our country and run it and dictate, and they don't have to pay nothing. So where is the love? So that's right there you got the yellow, and that's right you got the green. Those are the two missing colors to the American flag. So I want you to think about it, dwell on it, because I hope you are mad at me, so I gave you the reason why. Just think before you speak to LTL. Think of what happened to y'all, to our future. And this is LTL sounding off.